American Airlines is buried under more than $40 billion of debt, a staggering number for a company that once ruled the skies. Their balance sheet tells a story not of bad luck, but of years of strategic failure in an industry where mistakes are punished brutally. While Americans stumbled, United Airlines quietly executed one of the most successful financial pivots in modern aviation history. Today, the gap between these two giants is not about passengers or planes. It is about billions of dollars in missed opportunity. How did the world's largest airline become one of its weakest profit generators, while United transformed itself into a premium powerhouse? The answer lies in a series of decisions made during the darkest days of the pandemic. In early 2020, every airline faced the same crisis. Cash was bleeding out, and survival required a massive gamble on the future of travel. Executives had to decide whether the recovery would be driven by cheap domestic travel or high-spending international passengers. American Airlines chose fear. Believing long-haul international travel was dead, American retired its Boeing 757s, 767s, and Airbus A330s, eliminating nearly a third of its long-haul capacity. On paper, it looked like smart cost-cutting. In reality, it crippled their ability to profit when demand returned. United Airlines made the opposite bet. Under CEO Scott Kirby, United kept its wide-body fleet intact, spending millions to store planes in the desert. They believed that when the world reopened, premium international travel would come roaring back, and they were right. By 2022, revenge travel exploded. Passengers weren't just flying again. They were paying record prices to cross oceans. American couldn't capitalize because they had scrapped the aircraft needed to fly those routes. United stepped in and collected billions in revenue American had left behind. American's problems didn't stop there. After retiring older planes, their fleet became heavily concentrated with brand new aircraft. While efficient, these planes came with massive financing costs that had to be paid whether the planes flew or not. During slow seasons, these jets became financial deadweight. United avoided this trap by keeping a balanced fleet, including older, paid-off aircraft that could be parked cheaply when demand dropped. This flexibility protected their margins while Americans struggled to break even. Then came American's failed hub expansion. They bet heavily on Austin and Seattle, rapidly flooding those markets with capacity. Demand never matched supply, and flights flew half-empty. In Seattle, their attempt to challenge Delta collapsed due to aircraft delays and geopolitical disruptions. United, meanwhile, reinforced its strongholds in Chicago and Denver, capturing lucrative connecting traffic and high-yield business travelers. This wasn't just operational strength, it was financial discipline. The biggest difference appeared at the front of the plane. In modern aviation, profit comes from premium cabins. American underbuilt theirs, packing planes with economy seats and chasing low-margin passengers. United went all in on premium. Through its United Next program, United ordered hundreds of aircraft designed around business-class seating and luxury amenities. Wealthy travelers happily paid 4 times the economy fare for comfort, and United captured that value while American competed with budget airlines. Then American ignited a self-inflicted disaster. In an attempt to cut distribution costs, they alienated corporate travel agencies by pulling fares and restricting loyalty benefits. Corporate clients didn't comply, they left. In 1 year, American lost roughly 15% of its corporate revenue. United did the opposite, strengthened corporate relationships and welcoming Americans' abandoned customers. That shift compounded through loyalty programs, where United truly separated itself. United's MileagePlus program operates like a bank, generating billions through credit card partnerships and serving as collateral for low-interest loans. Americans' thinner margins and higher debt forced them to borrow at far worse rates, deepening their financial hole. This created a vicious cycle for American. Billions spent annually just to service debt, leaving little capital for innovation or upgrades. United entered a virtuous cycle, reinvesting profits into lounges, cabins, technology, and customer experience. Leadership stability amplified the divide. United stuck to a long-term vision, while American cycled through commercial leadership and short-term fixes. In finance, consistency compounds. International alliances widen the gap further. United's Star Alliance dominance in Fortress Hub in Newark gave it control over some of the world's most profitable routes. Americans' weaker alliances and failed Northeast strategy left it exposed in critical markets. Operational results tell the final story. While United and Delta posted billions in profit, American often scraped by with margins erased by debt and labor costs. Pay increases hit American harder because their revenue per seat lagged behind. Today, American is stuck in permanent catch-up mode, adding premium seats late, repairing burn relationships, and financing growth with expensive debt. United has already moved on to the next phase. Once an innovator, American became a poorly managed financial structure that happens to own airplanes. United recognized a post-pandemic reality. Aviation is no longer about scale. It is about extracting value from the premium traveler. Looking ahead, the gap will likely widen. United's growth is funded by profit. American's is funded by debt. Size without efficiency has become a liability. United Airlines is now the benchmark of transportation company, transformed into a high-margin service and financial platform. American faces a harsh truth. Without radical restructuring, it risks becoming a permanent third-place carrier in an unforgiving industry. The market has spoken. The future of aviation belongs to airlines that choose ambition over fear, investment over austerity, and premium value over volume. United chose correctly. American did not.